Respected friends, delightful welcome to you all with all gratitudes for giving this great joy every day by joining for this our endeavors of trying to know what our rishis are guiding us for our life through the study of these Upanishads. We are doing six things every day. Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, mantra ucharana as dhyanam, Mangalasharana shloka sankalpa. Then we have our Upanishad mantra ucharana, Upanishad mantra adhyayana. Upanishad we are studying is Shwethashwathara. Once more we will see the most beautiful, complete, profound Sambandha Bhashya. Then the 13th mantra in which the sole single sadhana for the jiva for moksha, which is indicated. With that and the next mantra, 14th, the Panchamodhyaya concludes. Then we enter into the beautiful Shashta Antima Adhyaya. Once that is done, then we go for the study of our 10th Upanishad, Chandogya. So all this we are doing for the invocation of grace of Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana, and also to enhance all our knowledge for strengthening the necessary Vyaktitva layers of ours like that of Lokasevaka, Dharmasthapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta Gambhira, Samskrita Bhasha, Jnata, Vyakarana Sahita, Gurupasakaha, Daivopasakaha, Mananakarta, Chintanakarta, Nididhyasanakarta, Anubhavi, Anubhavanisthita. Count them 20 Vyaktitvas. Then all other nearby Vyaktitvas required for our outer better performance, inner peace and joy, innermost spiritual evolution. These Vyaktitva Vikasas are required, the data required for it, the inspiration needed for it. We try to gather throughout all these satsangas we are doing every day. Now we do the Shwethashwathara, then Gita, then the Devi Stotra Parayana. Again we do Mandukya, then we do Skanda Purana, again some stotrams. In the evening we do our Yoga Vasishtam, then our Adi Shankara Grantha Dhenam, then again Devi Stotra. Friends, today is Vijaya Dashami, Dashahara, prayers for the Lord to bless all of us for the Vijaya in our life. The Vijaya is when we become totally surrendered to Him and become His instrument. May this happen to us. And today, luckily, in our Vedic chanting, it is Dashashantayaha. So, Vijaya Dashami, Dashashanti. So, very good coincidence that has come in our sequence. Just chant it, feeling that the peace should prevail, backed by the wisdom of the ultimate. The peace gained through the ultimate knowledge alone is a true peace. Other peace will come and go when the situations are conducive and non conducive. We seek the eternal peace, that is through only eternal jnana. Seeking that, chant these mantras. Om Athaveda Parayanam Dashashantayah. Om Bhadram Karnevihi Shrunuyama Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraah Sthirairangaye Stuštuvagam Sastanobhi Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaah स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मणे नमो अस्त्वग्नये नमः पृथिव्यै नमो ओषधीभ्यः नमो वाचे नमो वाचस्पतये नमो विष्णवे बृहते करोमि। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो वाचे या चोदिता या चानुदिता तस्यै वाचे नमो नमो वाचे नमो वाचस्पतये नम ऋषिभ्यो मन्त्रकृद्भ्यो मन्त्रपतिभ्यो मां ऋषयो मन्त्रकृतो मन्त्रपतयः परा दुर्माहं ऋषीन् मन्त्रकृतो मन्त्रपतीन् परादां वैश्वदेवीं वाचमुद्यासगुं शिवामदस्तां जुष्टां देवेभ्यः शर्म मेद्यौः शर्म पृथिवी शर्म विश्वमिदं जगत् शर्म चन्द्रश्च सूर्यश्च शर्म ब्रह्म प्रजापति भूतं वदिष्ये भुवनं वदिष्ये तेजो वदिष्ये यशो वदिष्ये तपो वदिष्ये ब्रह्म वदिष्ये सत्यं वदिष्ये तस्मा अहमिदमुपस्तरणमुपस्तृण उपस्तरणं मे प्रजायै पशूनां भूयादुपस्तरणमहं प्रजायै पशूनां भूयासं प्राणापानौ मृत्योर्मापातं प्राणापानौ मामाहासिष्टं मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुवक्ष्यामि मधुवदिष्यामि मधुमतेन देवेभ्यो वाचमुद्यासगं शुश्रूषेण्यां मनुष्येभ्यस्तं मा देवा अवन्तु शोभायै पितरोऽनुमदन्तु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ शन्नो वातः पवतां मातरिश्वासन्नस्तपतु सूर्यः अहानिशं भवन्तु नः शगं रात्रिः प्रतिधीयतां शमुशानो व्युच्छतु शमादित्य उदेतु नः शिवानः शन्तमा भव सुमृढीका सरस्वती माते व्योम सन्दृशे इडायैवास्त्वसि वास्तु मध्वा आस्तु मन्थो भूयास्ममावास्तोश्चित् मह्यवास्तु स भूयात् योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि यञ्च वयं द्विष्मः प्रतिष्ठासि प्रतिष्ठावन्तो भूयास्ममा प्रतिष्ठायाश्चित् स्मह्य प्रतिष्ठः स भूयात् योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टि यञ्च वयं द्विष्मः आवातवाहि भेषजं विवातवाहि यद्रवः त्वगं हि विश्वभेषजो देवानां दूत ईयसे द्वाविमौ वातौ वात आसिन्धोरापरावतः दक्षं मे अन्य आवातु परान्यो वातु यद्रपः यददो वात ते गृहे मृतस्य निधिर्हितः ततो नो देहि जीवसे ततो नो देहि भेषजम् ततो नो मह आवह वात आवातु भेषजम् शम्भोर्मयो भूर्नो हृद्ये प्रण आयोगं शितारिषत् इन्द्रस्य गृहोसितं त्वा प्रपद्ये स गुस्साश्वः सह यन्मे अस्ति तेन भूः प्रपद्ये भुवः प्रपद्ये सुवः प्रपद्ये भूर्भुवः सुवः प्रपद्ये वायुं प्रपद्येनार्तां धीमतां प्रपद्येश्वानमाकणं प्रपद्ये प्रजापतेर्ब्रह्म कोशं ब्रह्म प्रपद्य ॐ प्रपद्ये अन्तरिक्षं उर्वन्तरं बृहदग्नयः पर्वताश्च ययावातः स्वस्त्या स्वस्तिमान्तया स्वस्त्या स्वस्तिमानसानि प्राणापानौ मृत्योर्मापातं प्राणापानौ मामाह शिष्टं मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि अग्निस्तेजो दधातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयीन्द्र इन्द्रियं दधातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजा मयि सूर्यो भ्राजो दधातु द्युभिरक्तुभिः परिभातमस्मानरिष्टेभिरश्विना सौभगेभिः तन्नो मित्रो वरुणो मामहन्तामदितिः सिन्धुः पृथिवी उत द्यौः कयानश्चित्र आहुवधूति सदा वृधः सखा कया शचिष्ठया वृता कस्त्वा सत्यो मदानां वगं हिष्ठो मत्सधन्दसः दुढाचिदारुजेवसो हवीषुणः सखीनाममिता चरितॄणां शतं भवास्यूतिभिः वयः सुवर्णा उपसेदुरिन्द्रं प्रियमेधारुषयो नाधमानाः अपध्वान्तमूर्नुहि ऊर्ध्विचक्षुर्मुग्ध्यस्मन्निदयेव बद्धान् शन्नो देवीरविष्टय आपो भवन्तु पीतये शय्योरविस्रवन्तु नः ईशानावार्याणां क्षयन्तीश्चर्षणीनाम् अपोयाचामि भेषजम् सुमित्रा न आप ओषधयः सन्तु दुर्मित्रास्तस्मै भूया सूर्योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं च वयं द्विष्मः आपोहिष्ठामयो भुवस्थान ऊर्जे दधातन महेरणाय चक्षसे यो वः शिवतमोरसस्तस्य भाजयते हनः उशतीरिव मातरः तस्मा अरङ्गमामभो यस्य क्षयाय जिन्वथ आपो जनयथा च नः पृथिवी शान्ता साग्निना शान्ता सा मे शान्ता शुचगं शमयतु अन्तरिक्षगं शान्तं तद्वायुना शान्तं तन्मे शान्तगं शुचगं शमयतु द्यौः शान्ता सादित्येन शान्ता सा मे शान्ता शुचगं शमयतु पृथिवी शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगं शान्तिर्द्यौः शान्तिर्दिशः शान्तिरवान्तर दिशा शान्तिरग्निः शान्तिर्वायुः शान्तिरादित्यः शान्तिश्चन्द्रमा शान्तिर्नक्षत्राणि शान्तिरापः शान्तिर्ओषधयः शान्तिर्वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्गौः शान्तिरजा शान्तिरश्वः शान्तिः पुरुषः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिर्ब्राह्मणः शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः शान्तिर्मे अस्तु शान्तिः तयाहगं शान्त्या सर्वशान्त्या मह्यं द्विपदे चतुष्पदे च शान्तिं करोमि शान्तिर्मे अस्तु शान्तिः इह श्रीश्च ह्रीश्च धृतिश्च तपो मेधा प्रतिष्ठा श्रद्धा सत्यं धर्मश्चैतानि मोत्तिष्ठन्तमनोत्तिष्ठन्तु मा भागश्रीश्च ह्रीश्च धृतिश्च तपो मेधा प्रतिष्ठा श्रद्धा सत्यं धर्मश्चैतानि मामाहाशिषुः उदायुषा स्वायुषोधोषधीनागं रसेनोत्पर्जन्यस्य शुष्मेणोदस्ताम् अमृतागम् अनो तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्तात् शुक्रमुच्चरद पश्येम शरदः शतं जीवेम शरदः शतं नन्दाम शरदः शतं मोदाम शरदः शतं भवाम शरदः शतकं शृणवाम शरदः शतं प्रब्रवाम शरदः शतमजीतास्याम शरदः शतं ज्योक्च सूर्यं दृशे यौदगान्महतोर्णवाद् बिभ्राजमानः शरीरस्य मध्यात् समावृषभो लोहिताक्षः सूर्यो विपश्चिन्मनसा पुनातु ब्रह्मणश्चोतन्यसि ब्रह्मण आणेस्थो ब्रह्मण आवपनमसि धारितेयं पृथिवी ब्रह्मणा मही धारितमेनेन महदन्तरिक्षं दिवं दाधार पृथिवीगं सदेवां यदहं वेद तदहं धारयाणि मामत् वेदोऽधिविस्रवद मेधामनीषे माविशतागं समीचे भूतस्य भव्यस्यावरुध्यै सर्वमायुरयाणि सर्वमायुरयाणि आभिर्गेर्भिर्यदतो न ऊनमाप्याय हरिभो वर्धमानः यदा स्तोतृभ्यो महिगोत्रारुजासि भूयिष्ठभाजो अथ ते स्याम ब्रह्म प्रावादिष्म तन्नो माहासीद ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ सन्त्वा सिञ्चामि यजुषा प्रजामायुर्धनं च ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छम्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवे स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. In this way, we have enjoyed our Veda Parayanam for the day. Few more days we will do. Till that, Veda Mantra Manjari is done. Friends, in our today's second aspect of common sense thought, four assorted things, simple, one by one. The first thought today's Vijaya Dashami, Dashahara Maha Utsava. And now each one can take the responsibility of celebrating this festival more beautifully, divinely, traditionally, as many are doing, and it has to be continued and passed on to the subsequent generations without missing the main flavor and purposes. That is our duty. You know, as we become busy in our cell phones and the media and all these things, get addicted to them somehow, these most divine things have a chance to miss. So we have to establish these glorious traditional things, right? Second, in this only, this is the only festival, Vijaya Dashami, Dashahara, that we celebrate in this Kali Yuga, having its symbolism, its relation, its great lessons, messages, achievements from all the earlier three yugas. The time as per the calculation is in these four yugas of Kruta, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali. So in the Kali Yuga we celebrate it, and this traces to all the three yuga. And in that first Kruta Yuga, today is the day where Mother is said to have finished all the Shumba, Nishumbha, Chanda, Munda, Asura, Raktaksha, Raktabija, Mahishasura, Ityadi. And thus, on all the Dushta Rakshasas, the Vijaya of the Mother. That is why this is Vijaya Dashami. Final achievement today happened. So earlier 9 days also, the fighting goes on happening. 10th day, victory for Vijaya Dashami. So that says that earlier 9 days of our effort struggles gives us the 10th day the victory. In short, the victory is the hard earned thing by every one of us, preceded by the sufficient efforts. In our traditional way, the first 3 days is Durga Puja, second 3 days are the Lakshmi Puja, then the third three is Saraswati Puja, then the 10th day is Vijayadashami. So Durga Puja is Shakti invocation to remove all the Durgunas from us. The life always starts in its evolution in this way. Then the second 3 days, the Lakshmi Puja is done to invoke all the Divya Sadgunas in us. Then the third 3 days, we do the puja of Mata Saraswati to say that we are gaining the Jnanam. With that Jnanam lived on the 10th day, there is Vijaya. What is the Vijaya, the Jnanam? Ya Vidya, Sa Vidya, Ya Vimukta. The Vidya and Jnanam is that whose single purpose is moksha only. Vidyaya Amritam Ashrute. So Vijaya Dashami is the true Vijaya for all of us. Or is to be in that Mukta sthiti. In that Tattva Anubhava Sthiti. That's the real Vijaya. That's what is given by the Saraswati Mata. But unless the Sadgunas are there, it won't happen. And unless the Durgunas are not eliminated, it won't happen. So that's how in the Krita Yuga, through the story of mother eliminating Rakshasas, we learn how to, in our life also, achieve the Vijaya Darshan. And it is only in our hands. In our hands means exclusively in our hands. Right from whether we want or not, through whether we do or not, three, whether we do till we achieve it or not. When we don't do, nobody will force us. When we do it, nobody will stop us. As simple as that. This is what the Krita Yuga, the mother eliminating Rakshasas on today Vijayadashami. In Treta Yuga also, it is said that today is the day where Sri Rama Bhagavan has finished eliminated Ravanasura. That is why the Ravana Dahana is done. कल रात को हुआ कि नहीं? So Ravana Dahana is done. So that also again Dashahara. So the Dasha of the entire world negative is Harita by the Lord by the elimination of this Dasha Mukha or Dasha Kanta Dushta Ravanasura the Rakshasa. So Bhagavan has got the victory today, Vijaya Dashami or Dashahara. And there also Bhagavan Sri Rama gave up his comforts of the Ayodhya Puri, stayed in the jungle for 14 years, did all the tapasyas, upasanas, with all the Rishimuni he was there. See that? All is spiritual only. With all that Shaktis only, and outside the Ravanasura eliminated, inside also any of the Avidyas. Ravana is the Avidya's symbol. Finishing eliminating Ravana is elimination of the avidya only in us. Again, see it also symbolically spiritual. So therefore, today being Dashahara, Sri Rama Bhagavan eliminating Ravanasura and bringing that peace, positivity to the world. Same way, we also have to in our life eliminate the Ravana in us and then give celebration to ourselves and everybody. Not only Sita Devi is Mukta, but everybody in Lanka and everybody in the whole world, everyone are eliminated by the elimination of this Ravana Sura. है ना? So this is the Treta Yuga in short story. From that the learning is the two things. The Lord Rama is son of Dasharatha and he eliminated Dashamukha. Both go together. That is what Dasharatha is. The 10 Indriyas are being controlled. By that, the Dashamukha, the 10 types of Durgunas are eliminated, which generally we express through the 10 Indriyas when they are not in our control. So we can take up today the commitment now. The Nigraha of all our Indriyas, 10 of them, as well as what are the 10 negativities that are there in us, each one. The Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, 6 are common to all of us as enemies. Other 4, whichever each one of us have obstructions to our own life's evolution, we can identify them and try to eliminate them. That becomes celebration of Vijay Dashami Dasara today. Then when we come to the Dwapara Yuga, it is said that on today's day only, Pandavas have finished their 12 years of Aranyavasa, 1 year of the Ajnatavasa. Again, that is how the Dashami, Vijaya Dashami, Vijaya the Arjuna, their Durdasha is over. Now it is said today's day only, they collect all their weapons which were put on that Shami Vruksha hidden, living that life of tapasya for so many years, especially the incognito period. Then, with those weapons taken, now they'll go back to reclaim their kingdom, isn't it? By eliminating all the Duryodhana, Dushasana, all of them. So that is how the Dasara in the Dwapara is celebrated for the conclusion of that tapasya and then readiness for again one's own victory. Victory is common and victory never comes without efforts. And the victory can be, to begin with, in eliminating our grosser outer poverties. But more better victory is when we have fully control of our own life for its higher dharma ityadi. That's a real victory. And more real victory than this is what? Only when we accomplish the mission for which we are born as a human. The only mission we have come is to know the truth, to know the self, to know the reality, to know the Brahman, to abide in it. In that only the ultimate Vijayadashami can be celebrated. So, all over the world, all over the country, everywhere, the people with whatever the capacity, ability, knowledge known, they are all celebrating. You and I also now an idea we got it. So, outside, do the Durga Puja, also do Sri Rama Puja, and also do the Ayudha Puja, etc. Inside, know that the life is a mission for accomplishing the outer and inner successes by eliminating the outer and inner all the non-positivities, negativities. This is the one thing today in our common sense thought total about Vijayadashami, very precisely discussed. Second is, therefore, as already said, take up that responsibility or charge today only. That let me change my own dasha by my own purusharth. And I was going on doing, therefore it was happening. What? Negative. So if I start doing and keep on doing, and that will also happen. What is that? The positive. It is always in our choice to take an initiative. Many of us take initiative, but become lazy, inadvertent to give up that. As much great it is to start taking up an initiative, so much great and required is to keep on doing. People, whoever have even done very small things but went on doing, they succeeded in life, in whatever the fields they were in. So today is the most auspicious day, therefore, understand, believe in it. We went on doing, therefore it went on happening. All the negative in us. Now today is the Dasara day, let us take up and keep on doing the positive. It will happen. And the positive are, as we already said, one, the Dashendriya Nigraha, with that the Mano Nigraha. Two, all our Dasha Durgunas, whatever are there, they are eliminated. Three, outer Sadharma, outer Seva, inner Upasana, inner Atma Chintana. These are the projects we have to take up and keep on doing. That is the Dasara. That way, the effort, if we put every day can be a Vijayadashami. For a seeker, there is no holiday. Every day is a holy day full of sadhana. There is no break. There is no forgetfulness. There are no earned leaves or casual leaves or sick leaves. He has to be there on that job all the time. So today can be that day of the Shahara where these things can be seriously taken up. Point two. Three, see to it that by the next Dasara comes of 2026, whenever it is, let us all of us try to be tilted into spiritual life. Got the point? Tilted into. हमारा आध्यात्मिकता का पलड़ा ज्यादा भारी होना चाहिए. It's a magic. It has to happen. In that, our efforts in Ishvara Kripa. We will focus on our efforts. We will also focus on through praise the Ishvara Kripa. The meaning of the tilting means what? The whole life is taken for spiritual goal only. Not like now, wherein when somebody reminds, we are remembered. Or when once in a while it is remembered, we do something sadhana. Or some committed sadhanas only we do, but only sometimes of the day. Other time, so throughout the day we are in the samsara only. Or even though sometimes sadhana we do, we are so gross, very, very, what do you call, not so perfect that sadhana. This is not the spirituality at all. In each of them, total transmutation, we are calling it as tilting. In that, all things come. Our whole day schedule is so perfect. In that, the whole day is for sadhana only. And which sadhanas to do, we are pakka, we are doing them. And to do them, how we have to manage outer life, how to manage our own health, our own personality layers, all of them are taken into account. That's what we mean by tilting towards this. अभी हमारा पल्ला इस तरफ है. We are struggling in sadhana, not because the sadhana is struggling. Then what? We are not able to tilt into that field. If you tilt into that, if you shift into that and keep doing, how? Why will it be difficult? Difficulty is never in doing. Difficulty is in wanting to do. We are not wanting. To be honest, we just are still the persons of samsara wanting something from the world only, not Paramatma. Our want for the world is more than the want for the Paramatma. When we shift it, and in fact, nowadays, in every of the text, we are seeing that subject, that shifting our attention to Paramatma so much, that only Paramatma I want and nothing else. To that, we have to shift by next year in our old days, reveling in that only. Especially those who have that time free. Some of us may be busy in some other compulsory duties of services, नौकरियों में रहते हैं उनको तो नहीं तो रोजगार नहीं होता. But the others who have done their services, they are retired, their full time is at their disposal. They are the most luckiest ones. They can do this job. है ना? I am a sadhaka spiritual seeking the eternal self. For that, these are the sadhana's preparations. I am fully engrossed in it throughout the day. I have no any other business with the world. And then I don't want to enter into the details of all that. Only one thought I say any other business of the world and worldliness. So much we have tried and seen. Let us try the business only of Paramatma Prapti. Once Paramatma is obtained, still if it is not mukti, if it is not that blissful, give it up and take up another business. Secondly, whoever have taken up whatever the business is, as we are imagining, even they have succeeded, still they are failure only. Because all of those businesses are endful. They are not infinite. Then little common sense, the real common sense is learning from others' mistakes. Along with learning from our own mistakes. And only mistake is pursuing anything other than the Paramatma. Because in that, even after achieving, the end result will be misery and sadness only. Because it is not so real, so great. Think about it. With all these thoughts, tilt towards this one. That should be our Vijayadashami gift we give it to ourselves. Second thought. Today, again, in this regard only, same thing, continuation of it. One thing we have to discover within us. Thoda difficult hai, but we have to discover that there is happiness. There is happiness in being lazy lethargy, in being non-performer, in being sleepy. Yes, there is joy. That's why we seek it. Secondly, there is also joy in performance, in action. There is joy. Third is, there is always joy in love and devotion. Fourth is there is definitely the joy in knowledge, jnanam. Finally, there is always joy in the self. Point one. Two is in these five happinesses, from the first one to the last one, there is more gradation of the happiness. Gradation keeps on increasing. Depth keeps on increasing. Sublimity keeps on increasing in the happiness. Though happiness is all of them. So the gradation, the sublimity, the permanency, the depth of the happiness increases. Be attentive that we are not able to discover. That's called delusion. That we are not able to discover that there is greater joy in performance than in being lazy. That inability to discover is called the delusion, moha. And those who have discovered it, not just accidentally, but with their maturity, then they give minimum time for laziness. Then that's not laziness only, that is only rest for recouping. And they're always involved in the karma, karma, karma. And they, see, incidentally become achievers for themselves and the world because he's going on doing. The other fellow, whatever the resources he is consuming only and depending on others only, not producing or creating to the world because he's a lazy non-performer. One thing is there is joy in performance. Second is the outcome also is beautiful. So too, along with this performance, when there is the element of love and devotion, love to the world, devotion to the divine, when they are added, that gives more joy. Not recognizing it is delusion. And with our wisdom, when we recognize with a sound mind, with love and devotion, we are maturing. And loving purely the Lord or the Praja is difficult only, but we have to make it possible. Like being active in the world all the time with some projects is difficult, but as a human being, as an evolving person, we have to make it happen. Make it happen is called Purusharth. It won't happen by itself. Negative will happen because of habits, but positive we have to do. Fourth one is Jnanam. The Jnanam gaining is very tough, but the beauty of knowledge, like when you have knowledge of all aspects of your life or many aspects, see the joy. And now Buddhu Goju, kuch bhi nahi aata. For every stupid thing you depend on servants, you depend on wife or husband, on anybody. What a pathetic life it is. And with lot some punya of earlier life, you have sufficient money. ये सब खत्म हो जाएगा अगले जन्म तो ये पैसे ले तो नहीं जाओगे. But what we take is that dependency and that laziness. To bring us out of that, the Lord will make in us a next life to learn all the things and work like a coolie only, like a laborer. Because you have to evolve. Think about it. On the other hand, when there is jnanam in us, in life you'll be observant. जिसको जितने सारा ज्ञान है वो अपना और दूसरे जिंदगी को कमांड करते. And you see in your own life, घर में example, wife and husband relation. In whichever the thing the wife has more jnana, she is able to command. Whichever the thing means most of the things or all the things. See, observe it. This fellow doesn't know the way she commands. And in few things, wherever he knows, he can command. तू चुप बैठ मेरे को पता है he says and he knows also. So the jnana, the vyavahara jnanam, vyaktittva vikasa jnanam, atma jnanam, adhyatmika, all we talk about. Then ultimately there is more joy in being the self. Not knowing it is called as moha. Break that shackle. Recognize from within that more greater happiness is there in it, in the higher things. So work towards that. This is a golden day, Vijayadashami, where we can take an initiative. Choice is ours. That's enough. Good discussion we have done. Common sense thought. Now today's mantra. Today is Thursday, Vijayadashami day. We will do two mantras. Meaning, I'll tell you. Each one will chant for maybe 12 times. First one little bigger, so maybe 7 8 times we do. The mantra today is, because we are all the seekers of Brahma Vidya, the mantra which we chant every day after Sahana Avatu, that is what I'll do the meaning today. We'll do together. The mantra is Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsha Rashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyo. So simple meaning. Here the Namaha is the main word. So Om is the Parabrahma Tattva every day remembered. Then Namo salutations. To whom? Brahmadibhya Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhya. Starting from the Brahmadeva. Brahmadeva is called Brahmadeva because in Brahmaloka, to all the jivas who have reached there, the Brahmadeva keeps on giving the Brahma Vidya, which he has got from Narayana Bhagavan. That Brahma also means Vedas. So Vedas are revealed to Brahmadeva by the Narayana, reveling in that Veda ultimate truth. The Brahmadeva gives the Brahma Vidya. See, in that Mundaka Upanishad it starts Brahma Devanam Pradama Sambhabhuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta Sabrahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtam Atharvaya Jeshta Putraya Praha. That is the meaning of Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhya. Means that Brahma Vidya not hiding at one place with selfishness or nor with laziness. Without that laziness, selfishness, that Brahma Vidya Samyak Pradhanam from the Guru to Shishya, from Guru to Shishya, it went on being passed. Because of which today we are getting it. Imagine, कितने हजार लाख साल पुराना है ये वेद ज्ञानम. Today in this Kali Yuga, in this modern world also, we are getting this Upanishad Brahma Vidya. That means what? There is a continuous, unbroken chain of the Guru Shishyas who are passing on this. That's called as Brahma Vidya Parampara. The ones who have that way maintained this parampara and passed on this Brahma Vidya, starting from Brahmadeva. To all of them, our salutations. And this has not been done by only one lineage, but it has got spread into so many shakas. And that shakas have become the Vamshas. That's how Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo. Brahmadibhya Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhya is one sentence. Starting from Brahmadeva till my Guru, all the Guru Parampara which has went on giving this Brahma Vidya, that Parampara, my salutations. Then Vamsha Rishibhya. How it has been done? By the Vamsha Rishi. That Vamsha is the Gotra. Each of us have our own Vamsha Gotra Rishi. Gotra means the unbroken chain again, uska bhi meaning. So those Vamsha Rishis who are the Brahma Vidya Sampradana Kartas, starting from Brahmadeva. And they have done such a great job of maintaining this Brahma Vidya for moksha, and themselves also are in that moksha anubhuti. Therefore, Mahatmya. And they have become so kind as a gurus. They became gurus so kindly and taught their disciples. Therefore, Namo Gurubhya. So, salutations to the gurus, salutations to the Vamsha Rishis, salutations to Brahma Vidya Sampradana Kartrus, starting from Brahmadeva. So, while chanting this mantra, remember Brahmadeva. Don't worry about Brahma as Srishti Karta, creator. That is the other job. And some stories of Brahmadeva. They are all Purana. Here, Brahmadeva Hiranyagarbha is the one who passed on the Brahmagya. Let us limit our feeling about Brahmadeva to this while chanting this mantra. Then remember, all of those Vamsha Rishis who have become gurus and went on giving this Brahma Vidya to the next generation, next generation, next generation, and up to our Guru. And if you open the eyes and see, in this world today, especially in Bharata Mata, there are hundreds of Mahatmas who are giving satsang on the Prasthana Trayas. Each one are coming from their own Guru Parampara, traced to the Rishis, and all those Rishis traced to the Brahmadeva. This Brahma Vidya is Nivrutti Vidya, that is, to withdraw and enter into Paramatma Tattva and get moksha. There are also the other teachers who are the Pravrutti teachers. They teach the outer things, whether it is duties or the upasanas or the yajnas, by which the upadhi level may higher and higher things are achieved. They also deserve our salutation, but our goal being the self, you and I in our class, through this mantra we salute these gurus. ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदान करने वाले वंश ऋषि जो गुरु लोग बनकर शिष्यों को पढ़ाते हैं उन सबको our salutation. Correct? This is one mantra. Then the second one is Sri Ramji. When Vibhishana goes to surrender, Bhagavan tells that Sakrut eva prapannaya. Sakrut means एक बार भी, एक बार ही काफी है. Sakrut eva prapannaya, the one who surrenders. Prapatti. And while doing prapatti, what he says? Tava asmi. O Lord, I belong to you. Iticha yachate. In this way, the one who comes to me with that humbleness, yachana means humbleness, humility. Not dinata beggary, though literally yachana means beggary only. That beggary in the world is bad. But in front of the Guru and the Lord, that is the only thing which helps us. And that's not that indecent feeling of beggary, but it is the humility, the humbleness, the surrender. Because we know the Lord is all capable and we need His blessings. So, whoever in this way surrenders to me and says, "O Lord, I belong to you," to them, Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyam Dadami. I give him fearlessness from all beings. Means I will protect him from the attacks of every of the being. Sarvabhutebhya Abhayam Dadami. Bhutebhya means from all the worldly beings. Abhaya means fearlessness that I give to this one who has surrendered to me. And what he says? Tava asmi. O Lord, I am yours. From the depth of the heart. Has that feeling come to us that I am yours, O Lord? हो गया तो nobody in the world can trouble us. Lord will take care of us. He will protect us. He will give us fearlessness from everyone. Vibhishana does it. Thereafter, during Yuddha, even Ravana tries to finish Vibhishana with Shakti, etc. Sri Rama protects Vibhishana. भाई से जो मारना चाह रहा था. Example. But otherwise, Bhagavan Rama, if he surrender, he protects her from all beings. Sarva Bhutebhya means Bhuta means past also. Bhuta means all beings also. Bhuta, technically, Vedanta ke drishti mein, all that which has manifested though unreal, starting from avidya ityadi. You know, avidya, kama karma adi granthi. From that, I will give him abhaya means I will bestow on him the knowledge and get illumination. This is how the meaning of this very powerful mantra. Chant एक कम से कम 11 बार हर दिन या 3 बार. बहुत powerful, right? More meanings some other time, but main meaning told. Now let us chant the mantra. First one, let us do 6 times. Bigger one, second one, let us do 11 times. ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे नो। ओम सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद् व्रतं मम। This is my vrata to give fearlessness to them from the entire world, the ones who have surrendered to me, even once, saying that, O Lord, I belong to you. ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यो ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम। ॐ श्रीरामाय नमः। ॐ सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददामि एतद्व्रतं मम। ओम श्री रामाय नमः। स सकृत स बोलना है। संसार का स, सर्ग का स, संतान का स, वही सा पे ध्यान दो। स पल कहो उसको। सकृत, सकृत मीन्स एक बार भी, उसको सा कहना और कुछ नहीं। नाइस। नाउ ओम 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 सहनाववतु। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ओम येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यम् ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ॐ करुणावरुणालय पालय माम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदम् ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोग धर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद् गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये ब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम अथ पारायणार्थे द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। Can we chant from 10, 11, 12? ॐ समेषु चौ शर्करावह्निवालुकौ वालुका विवर्जिते शब्दजलाश्रयादिभिः मनोनुकूलेन तु चक्षुपीडने गुहानिवाताश्रयणे प्रयोजयेत निहारधूमार्कानिलानलानां खद्योत विद्युत् स्फटिकशशीनाम् एतानि रूपाणि पुरःसराणि ब्रह्मण्यभिव्यक्तिकराणि योगे। ॐ पृथ्व्यप्तेजो निलके समुत्थिते पञ्चात्मके योगगुणे प्रवृत्ते न तस्य रोगो न जरा न मृत्युः प्राप्तस्य योगाग्निमयं शरीरम्। Friends, Vedanta, when the Gurus gave us through the Upanishads and when the Acharyas teach us, in whatever they teach, we have to listen, think, understand, learn. Then we have to make a clear picture in ourselves. है ना? The words have limitations, the speakers also have the variety of capacities as regards the words are concerned. But one thing is clear through those word sentences, whether they are Upanishadic rishis or whether they are our nowadays acharyas, they are teaching us Brahma Vidya only. It is we have to grasp through their teachings that which has to be grasped. Correct? Now, this Sambandha Bhashya for Trayodasha mantra. Okay, up to sixth mantra, the Tat Pada, the Brahma Vastu told. From the seventh to the 12th mantra, the Tvam Pada, the Jiva is told. So the 13th and 14th May, what the Jiva has to do to get himself liberated from the Jiva Bhava, that is said. Okay, now the problem diagnosis as well as the treatment aspect, as if in this short, precise Sambandha Bhashya, Karunamurti, Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara has given us. It's worthy of thoroughly understanding by studying it as many times as it is required for thorough understanding. Can't be neglected. Okay, just spend 5 minutes to go through again. Saha, that Jiva, evam in this way. He is bound. How you and I Jiva are bound by? Avidya, Kama, Karma, Phala, Ragadi, Guru, Bhara, Kranta, Alavu, Riva. We are heavily loaded like an alavu. Guru Bhara Akranta. And what is the load? Avidya, Kama, Karma Phalaraga Adi. Or you can say Avidya, Kama, Karma. This is the Hridaya Granthi. 100 times we have seen it. When you do the karma, the phala comes obviously. Phala, it is enjoyable, then the raga. Adi means, if the phala is not enjoyable, then the dvesha, krodha, ityad. When it is enjoyable, after that raga, it is lobha. Both lobha and krodha lead to the moha. The moha invokes the mother. Mother invokes the matsarya. Then it invokes all thoughts of doing negative. And thus we do negative and suffer. This is a Guru Bhara Akranta we are all. Avidya, Kama, Karma, Phala, Raga, Adi, Guru Bhara Akrantaha Alavu Iva. And that Alavu is Nimagna in the waters. We are also Nimagna in the waters of samsara. Chandra Jala Nimagna. Chandra Jala means so much the waters outside that Alavu cannot just like that come onto the banks. It is Chandra Jala. Chandra Jala is the dense waters flowing with such a speed, along with so many of whirlpools around and huge waves around, not allowing it to escape. So too, in our life also, our own vasanas, sankalpas, kamanas, then our own prarabdhas and the world in which we are, all of that put together is becoming a Sandra Jala, which is not allowing us to come out of this whole river itself, called as Avidya, Kama, Karma, Phala, Raga, Adi. And then with that, what is happening? Nishchayena Dehaham Bhavam Apanna. Remember the basic thing because of which we continue to be a samsari jiva is Deha Aham Bhavam Apanna Nishchayena. Aham Dehos. This is what puts us in samsara in the Jagrat world. If I am not Deha, be attentive, then the whole gross world has no meaning for me. Gone. But Deha Aham Bhavam Apanna. We are all identified with the Dehospi Bhavana so strong. That is why this samsara. Anything you see, whichever we are related to, the things or beings, basically they are all starting from Aham Dehos. The moment I am Jiva, I am not even Deha. Therefore, I have no relation with anybody. Anything. This Jiva, me, has to realize myself and get liberated. That's this is the only project worthy. So, Deha Aham Bhavam Apanna second. Then what it does? Through that avidya, kama, karma, preta, tiryang, manushyadi, yonishu. Means all the 84 lakhs of Jiva Rashi yonis, we have the probability of traveling, we travel. Because of the avidya, kama, karma. So, preta, tiryang, manushyadi, yonishu, ajivam, jiva bhavam apanna. Ajiva means in whichever yoni we enter, till we die, we continue to be the jiva identified with the deha and with that identity living there is equal to never ever thinking that I am somebody other than jiva deha. It goes on. So ajivam jivamapanna. When it is going on for whatever the time, sometime it happens, some time in the uh, life or evolution, in what point of time? What is it? Kathanchit punyavasha. That some punya is being done by us. वो स्वयं ही सोच कर करे, स्वयं ही बिना सोच कर कहे करे, और it can be done with anything. Somebody has told us, somebody has advised us, or we have copied somebody. The most funniest part is we do it out of jealousy also. Like माई नेबर इज डूइंग दैट दान, वो करता है तो मैं क्यों नहीं करूंगा, मैं भी करूंगा. The jealousy became the hetu for doing the punya karmati dana. This can be also possible. कोई कोई करते हैं वो लोग. अच्छा वो हर हफ्ता 10 लोगों को भोजन खिला रहा है, मैं भी 12 लोगों को खिलाता हूँ. There are people who do it. हमको ऐसा पता नहीं, हम सोते रहते 24 घंटे. You have to that way every day one अन्नार्थी we should give anna, at least one. It's all dharma है शास्त्रों में लिखा. Anyway, so punya karma done or anything dhana danam is given. Or acha, he has sponsored one child for 1 year of education, so I'll do for 2 years. Even out of jealousy, competition also, punya karma can be done. That is the meaning of kathanchit, somehow. Or a guru told, whom we have a faith. Or you only thought from inside. Or at that time, seeing that person suffering, a thought of compassion might have come. But kathanchit, punyavashat. Okay, that punya done, okay, either invokes from within only the matured understanding from within, or somebody in our life comes and tells us, and their telling goes for a long time. Our listening from them also goes for a long time. And together, their telling and our listening leads to this. Bhagavan Shankara is cutting short and telling, and we are explaining it elaborately. कि ये जो चीजें हम बता रहे हैं सडनली नहीं होते हैं, बीच में बहुत सारे गैप्स हैं. वी हैव टू फिल अप देम विद आवर इंटेलेक्शन. सो कथंचित पुण्यवशात, व्हाट ही सेड शंकर भगवान हियर, ईश्वर आर पुण्यवशात ईश्वर अर्थ कर्म अनुष्ठानेन. सो इट्स नॉट दैट पुण्य कर दिया मैंने, इमीडिएटली आई हैव स्टार्टेड डूइंग ओनली माय ड्यूटी द धर्म कर्म एज अनुष्ठान, दैट आल्सो फॉर द ईश्वरार्थ. सडनली नहीं होता, बट वो होना चाहिए. So that's what we said. Either from within or from the outer, some guru comes in my life and tells, Beta, you have to do all the karma for the Ishvara. Ishvarartha karma, and karma done, and karma done for Ishvarartha as Anushthan. दोनों चीजें अनुष्ठान रूप में द स्वधर्म कर्म इज डन, एंड अनुष्ठान रूप में दैट इज डन फॉर ईश्वरार्थम, not for me. Ishwarartham, for the sake of God, not for me. For the sake of Lord, not for me. For the sake of my Ishtadevata, not for me. For the sake of the Lord who has created the world, for him, not for me. So, from the Alavu stage of samsara to the punya. From the stage of punya to the Ishwaradhartha karma jivana. Suddenly won't happen, slowly it happens. Trial and error methods both होते हैं. But the final point is this, कि we have to come to live our every moment's life doing our duties as our aradhana to Ishwar, Ishwarartham. When this is done, what will happen? Ishwarartha karma anushtanena apagata raga adi malaha. You may ask a question. Why we have to do the Ishwarartham karma? From us, the entire raga should go away. Raga for the karma phala, raga for the देहादि उपाधि, क्योंकि देहादि उपाधियों के लिए ही कर्मफल पे राग होता है हमारा. So no attachment to anything. The freedom from attachment is no thought at all for anything. Technically, achieving that. So how many things are done so far? One is avidya kama karma vashat वश गुरुभार आक्रांतः अलावरिव देह आत्मभावमापन्नः प्रेत तिर्यंग नर योनिषु आजीवम जीवन कथंचित पुण्यवशात ईश्वरार्थ कर्मानुष्ठानेन Apagata Ragadi Dosha. See that? How beautiful the explanation. Feel करना है अंदर से अच्छा है. From me, the entire raga adi dosha should go away. Raga dvesha kama krodha. They done when I work for Ishvara, my swadharma karma. And work for Ishvara is karma karma. And everything is given to him as we are studying in Bhagavad Gita nowadays. When the raga adi mala go away, then what is next? अनित्यत्वादि दर्शनेन उत्पन्न इह अमुत्रार्थ फल भोग विराग. Absolute vairagya after that. Towards iha amutra artha phala bhoga. Iha in this world. Amutra in the other world. Artha means objects. Phala means which are the result of the karmas done. Bhoga means indulgence in them. Viraga means disinterestedness in them. How that is vairagya is achieved? Anityatvadi darshanena. That's what is pratipaksha bhavana dosha drushti. Anityatva means all these karma phalas are anitya. Adi means anitya hi bhi hai, limited also they are in the quantity. So much of struggles, efforts are there in it. In trying to gain them, so many papa also will be done. Knowingly or unknowingly, that also gives the dukkha and I become slave to them and I forget the real Paramatma. These many doshas when we see, all of them put together, it's called Adi word. So Anityatva se lekar. Anitya se lekar means from the first thought that these karma phalas, these bhogas, these enjoyments, these indulgences in the objects are anitya. Starting from that thought, all the said thoughts, which are called pratipaksha bhavana dosha dushti. With all of that, getting the vairagya. Vairagya for what? Here he says, utpanna iha amutrartha phala bhoga viraga. Iha and here, amutra hereafter. Artha means wealth. Phala means when the wealth is exchanged for. You get the objects. Then indulging in them is called bhoga. Towards that viraga. So I don't want any bhoga. That's it. Then comes the last one, bhoga viragaha. Last but one, shama adi sadhana sampanna. With the whole faculties of indriyas mana controlled. Shama adi sadhana sampanna. Shamaha mano nigraha. Dhamaha चक्षुरादि बाह्येन्द्रिय निग्रह उपरति ही स्वधर्मानुष्ठानमेव and natural withdrawal from the world. Titiksha forbearance. Shraddha utmost faith in the Guru Vakya and Shastra Vak. Then Samadhana means having learned from the Guru, always keeping the chitta only in the Brahmavastu. It is called as Shamadhi Sadhana Sampannaha. Then Guru teaches him, you are Brahman, that Brahman is experienced, then only the moksha, and the sadhana is Chaitanya Sarupa, before that is Sakshi Rupa, to remain Sakshi to this world, remain Drashta to this world. In this way, when we learn from the Guru and do all due sadhanas and Atmanam Jnatva, finally I realize myself. Then what happens? Muchyate, he gets liberated. So all these things are not told directly, just know the self, then you get moksha. That's what is told in the mantra. That's why to fill up all the gaps, Bhagavan Shankara gave such an elaborate bhashya. So otherwise you'll ask a question. Know the self, you get liberated. That's what is said. How to know it is not told. So these are the ways. No, this particular para again 10 times we have to study to exactly understand the one by one steps there and also relate it to ourselves and see where do we stand. So what is to be done? ये है जिंदगी का मजा. ले लो आपके हाथ में. Tomorrow we'll see. अनाद्यनन्दं कलिलस्य मध्ये विश्वस्य सृष्टारमनेकरूपं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. हरि ओम. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Mhm. That's it, friends. Let us study our Gita Mata also sometime today. Vijayadashami.